Your quake on the new Madrid fault could cause moderate damage in the tri-state, which might include damage to older buildings. But are we prepared to deal with a similar incident? Jay Warren joins us tonight with more on what one local expert says could happen. Jay?
Well, Brendan, if you live on a hill or by the Ohio River, a large quake along the new Madrid fault would probably affect you more. And it all has to do with topsoil. Japan is one of the most prepared countries when it comes to earthquakes. But it amounted to little when faced with the speed and sheer destructive force of this recent quake and tsunami. UC Professor Attila Killench says the tri-state would largely avoid the major destructive effects of a powerful quake located on the new Madrid fault.
Most people will feel it. Some weak buildings may have cracks, some chimneys may topple, but it's not going to cause, for example, our bridges to collapse or airports to be damaged. And buildings that are built after 1990, which are built according to new code, building code, are not going to suffer too much.
But he says there are those who would be more at risk.
Contrary to Columbus, Ohio, which is a more or less flat area, we live in a city that has hills and valleys, and many of the hills consist of thin layer of soil sitting on top of the bedrock. So if the soil is saturated with water, it really doesn't take too big of an earthquake to shake the ground and activate the soil and create a landslide.
And while the chances are remote, it is something he says to consider.
So therefore, anything built in areas on hill slopes have to pay attention to that possibility that there may be landsliding, the buildings may slide downhill direction, and so on.
Now, this year is the bicentennial of the 1811 New Madrid quake, and a lot of states will be conducting disaster drills to help prepare for the possibility of a major quake. Cincinnati will be one of those areas. There is a drill in the works for May. Brendan?
Jay Warren, thanks. Kroger